Okay, we are live. I want to thank everybody who is tuning in, who is watching us here on this live Facebook feed. This is my first one, so it's very likely that my screen might be sideways. You might not be able to hear me. Who knows? But maybe things are working out okay. Either way, I want to thank you for tuning in. We're going to do this every week. Every Monday at 12:30, we will be tuning in for Facebook Live. And I'd like to encourage you to comment, ask questions. I think that there are some buttons that you could push that either like or thumbs up or hearts or things like that. Feel free to do that, or feel free to ask questions. I will be doing my best to answer them during the week, or at the worst, next week on the next Dr. Wallace Live. So the first question I want to answer is, why am I doing this, and why have I been inspired to do this? And the reason is it goes perfectly with my purpose and my passion, which is to help as many people as I can recover from chronic debilitating diseases, or even mildly debilitating diseases. Oftentimes I'll be in with a patient and I'll go on some rant about a health topic, and they'll relate to me, I wish you could tell this to my husband or my cousin or my aunt. They really need to hear this. And on a one-on-one basis, we're reaching a small amount of people. But if I do this, hopefully I can give out a lot of free information and answer questions that people have on more of a global basis. And as we do that, then we'll reach more people, and my mission will be accomplished much more easily. I'll be able to help a lot more people. So it goes hand in hand with my purpose. So the other reason is because there's a lot of misinformation that's out there. I hear recently the American Heart Association condemned coconut oil as being unhealthy and may cause you to die. It really irritates me to hear these things. Even cholesterol and heart disease, weight loss. How many people here have been told to cut your calories and eat a low-fat diet? Thumbs up if you've done that and only failed. And the reason why so many people are failing is because they're told the wrong information. And my goal is to, give you the right information. And if you notice me, by the way, looking up and down, I have two cameras here. One of them is for Facebook. The other one is recording so we can have it on our website. And I probably could do it with one camera, but I don't know, I'm not a techie, so I don't really know. But I do want to get into my story a little bit, which goes into the misinformation and what led me on this journey to learn all about chronic disease. And it goes to my own story. Years ago, I was diagnosed with an autoimmune condition, and it was devastating. It affected my life dramatically. I won't even go into details on that. Just understand it was horrible. When I finally got diagnosed, I'll never forget, the doctor looked at me and he told me the autoimmune disease I had. And I asked him, well, all right, what diet should I eat? What should I take out of my diet to change this? And he said, diet has nothing to do with it. All you have to do is take this medication for the rest of your life, and you'll be fine. So I looked into the medication, and I didn't want to be on an immune suppressant for the rest of my life. So that wasn't okay with me. I also asked questions like, A was diet, B was medication, was toxins. So how about the mercury fillings that I had in my mouth at the time? Was that related? He said, absolutely not. There's no relation to that. No relation to the food you're eating. No supplements can make a difference. You are condemned to having this medication for the rest of your life. You have no choice. Just take the medication and stop asking questions. Essentially, that's really what was told to me, which was not okay. That led me on a search, and I began functional medicine training. And I went through hundreds and hundreds of hours of functional nutritional medicine, learned a lot of things along the way, and had steady improvement as I went through. And I've now become a complete research nut where I love to read about health and how to, the newest research that's out there to help people. It wasn't until I met a Russian cardiologist who practiced a very unique technique that actually detoxified my body from metals and from the infections that were in there. Was I able to actually be medication-free and live a healthy, happy life with an autoimmune disease that is debilitating to many others. And I did what this doctor told me was impossible, which was, to be off of medication and still to thrive. So, so that's my purpose. That's why I'm on here. Now, in our office, oftentimes people will call up and they'll ask, do you treat X or Y? Do you treat diabetes, or do you treat Hashimoto's? Do you treat Alzheimer's, autism, Lyme disease? People have all these labels that have been given to them, and they want to know, do we treat those things? In reality, what we do is we look at a whole person. I don't worry about the label that you've been given. We look at your body as a whole, and we get to the root cause of the issue. So, in my case, what was my root cause? Well, mercury fillings had a huge impact on me. I had those removed and taken out by a holistic dentist. I had to detoxify the metals from myself, and we had to discover different infections, both viral and bacterial, that were in my body that I had been tested for medically, and the medical system told me I didn't have anything. They said there was nothing wrong with you, you have no infections. But I did have infections, and I had many other things I'll go into some other time. But until I addressed those things, until I addressed that root cause, I wasn't able to get any better. So same thing, if we took another example of Hashimoto's, I have a lot of Hashimoto's patients in this office, and most people think about the thyroid when you think of Hashimoto's, rightly so. That's the tissue that's being attacked. But the question is, why is the tissue being attacked in the first place? What's causing the immune system to be dysregulated enough to attack the thyroid? So with that question, we have to look deeper. You can't just run a TSH. We have to run a full blood panel to look at the underlying causes and do some specialized testing in many cases. So essentially what we're doing is we're using functional medicine techniques and other specific, rarely used detoxification techniques to get people to get better. So the bottom line is you need to get to the root cause as best you can. So this video today is just serving as an introduction to our weekly videos that we're going to be making on different conditions. If you have a certain condition you want us to talk about, or if you have a question that you'd like to have us discuss, you can either comment right now on the bottom of your screen, and I'll try to address those during the week, or you can email us or you can call us. Either way, we'll do the best we can to help as many people as we can with free information. And we're going to try not to gloss over the surface. I'm going to do my best to get deep into this as much as I can and to give you helpful advice that you can actually use to make changes. So don't hesitate to comment. Also, if you're new to our Facebook page, if you would consider liking it, consider sharing this video with other people who might be suffering, that would go along with the mission that I talked about before about helping other people. So this is the end of my Facebook Live, and again, hopefully I'm not upside down or sideways. I don't even know how I'm going to shut this thing off, but there's a finish button right there. So thank you for watching, and tune in next week, 12:30 on Monday.